Welcome back to IGN Live at Gamescom 2016. I'm Brian Altano. I'm with Jimmy and Arthur from LEGO Dimensions. You guys brought toys. I love when that happens. Thank you for coming by today.
Pleasure.
Pleasure, and it's always a pleasure to bring toys.
So let's go through them here. We've got Sonic, we've got Batman, we've got Gremlins, we've got Adventure Time, we've got Harry Potter.
Yeah, Voldemort.
Did I miss anybody? The A-Team.
Yep.
Like this is one of the most interesting and crazy and varied lineups I've ever seen in a video game. How did all this come together?
Well, I mean, to be honest with you, it's that story we get asked a lot, isn't it? How did we get this together? We have been approached by a lot of people to come into Dimensions, especially after season 1, and seeing what that was about. I mean, obviously we're looking at the situation where people want to be in our game, they want to be a part of what we created, they want to mix their licenses with everyone else, and it's great, really. It's a pleasure to have them.
And then we also get to pick some crazy stuff we really like Goonies and Beetlejuice.
So are you saying that basically you have people coming to you at this point, being like, you got to put this in?
Yeah, it has happened. I mean, people are interested. I think season 1 was something that nobody had really seen before.
Right.
And after that point, everyone kind of wants to be a part of the party, which is an honor.
But but the cool thing is, what everyone has to remember, is that that it is just one game.
Yeah.
It's not like an entirely new thing. That one starter pack still is going to get you new content. So this, what we're seeing here is where you get into the adventure worlds from year 1. However, come September 26th or something?
Yeah.
I don't know. Sometime in September there will be an update, and everyone's game will suddenly include this area, which is where you access all the adventure worlds for season 2.
Yes. So the area over here, the Shard, is a place that people will have actually seen in the distance in their season 1 campaign, and basically wondered, what is that? And we thought the greatest opportunity would be to allow people to go there in season 2. And
so that's really cool. So you had it in the background, and people could see it just out of
reach.
reach.
You could just never go there.
It's like, what's that over there? Wouldn't it be cool if I could go there? And it's like, yes, it would.
That's very clever. I really dig this hub world too, and how each door is sort of reminiscent of the style of the actual theme that it's coming from. The Adventure Time one obviously being completely ridiculous. Now, I'm seeing some like sort of transformations and stuff. Is it like challenging to figure out a way to bring all these characters together within the kind of rules and the laws that you've placed down for the way characters work in this game?
I think one of the big things when we made Dimensions was, I mean, just look at that.
The Jake trampoline.
It's hard not to laugh at this. I love it.
It's just ridiculous. One of the first things we thought of doing, I mean, obviously there's the Break the Rules slogan, which was a part of season 1 and very much a part of season 2. But one of the big things is to not have too many strict rules on what you can and can't do in a level. And the minute you open that up, you can have things like the Jake trampoline. Yeah. Because it doesn't matter if you jump over the puzzle, because anyone can go there anyway.
Yeah.
And it was like opening the whole game up to free play, which is something that is a concept from our standalones, really.
So it's like saying that the biggest rule is that you should have less rules.
Yeah.
Exactly. That is quite literally it. I come to, because we obviously work together, I go to Jimmy quite a lot saying, I'm just wanting to do this, what's the rule? And he's just like, there's no rule.
There's no rule, just do it.
So I can just do this. And he's like, you just do whatever you want. It's like, okay, we'll do that.
Which I'm sure the audience appreciates, because there's a certain level of character interaction that they expect at this point, and to limit them, I mean, that's not fun, right?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's like almost every level is its own hub world in many regards, because there are no rules. You can do what you like, and
this looks so good.
This is amazing, this place, and it's the concept of allowing other IPs to be in that world as well, which is something that very few games, if any, out there can do as freely as we can. You know, we can put, for example, a Homer in the portal level in season 1, allowing us to just do that. We just think of a cool puzzle. Wouldn't it be great if Homer came in on the wrecking ball? Just like in the cartoon, just like a certain pop star, but we're not going to mention. Yeah. And it was like, yes, that would be cool. And we do it, and everyone's cool with it, and it's great. It's a great bit of freedom.
Please don't put Miley Cyrus in your game.
yeah.
Maybe it's a boss fight.
Final boss.
So how do you sort of figure out a way for people to interact with all of these worlds when they're not necessarily so connected with the source material? Like, I know a kid today might know Harry Potter, but you've got the A-Team. I mean, that's great for me because I'm old and dying, but what do you do with somebody who's... What do you do with somebody who's young and energetic and still full of life?
Well, what we're kind of hoping is that something like A-Team or Knight Rider or Goonies, these things are going to bring people together, because we know a lot of people play, mums and dads play with the kids, and it's lessons we've learned from the standalone games, where you'll find they'll have those conversations away from the game and sort of like, oh yeah, well, I watched the Goonies and it's one of my great movies, and then maybe they'll go and watch the Goonies and they'll enjoy the movie as much as we did back in whenever 85, 86, whenever it was. And that's kind of the great thing about Dimensions. There's something for everyone. But the fan service is always what we're trying to make sure we do, isn't it, with each IP? If we nail Knight Rider, and it's everything that show was about, people will enjoy it. They maybe then will go and watch every episode.
I love the idea of that, by the way, like a 10-year-old kid going on YouTube and just watching old reruns of Knight Rider.
That would be so good.
That would be amazing.
Yeah,
I mean, I think that is the thing of it's experiencing them kind of licenses with your kids.
Yeah.
Because obviously there are a lot of people who buy these games, and especially with Dimensions, you can kind of go, oh, you didn't see Goonies, but this was one of my favorite films growing up.
Yeah.
Play the level, and then the kid's more interested. And we had it with Lord of the Rings. We made Lord of the Rings. Some people had never seen the film. Some kids, they played the game, and then they wanted to see the film. It's a very similar thing, and with us being very family orientated, that's kind of perfect for us.
Yeah, no, it really is.
I wonder how many of them watch the film and they're like, "Where's Homer Simpson?"
It's like, why is there no Daleks in this?
Yeah.
I don't quite understand what happened there.
So how do you sort of space out the roadmap for a game like this? Because I know we see all these characters in front of us right now. Would they all be available at the same time? Would they come out sort of piecemeal?
Well, these ones that we've got here are generally the ones that are in the first two waves. So I think it's September the 26th in the US, September the 30th in Europe. That's when we get wave one. So that's what we've got in wave one. Harry Potter, Ghostbusters, what's the other ones?
Harry Potter,
Mission Impossible.
Mission Impossible,
So many.
It's so hard to remember them all.
Wave 2, I think, is Fantastic Beasts and Sonic and Gremlins, I think, and a couple of others.
Yeah.
And it's just it's kind of like just making sure that they're nicely spaced, because you can't throw too much stuff at everyone all at once.
Right.
But there's, the assortment is so diverse that we're still, looking at certain things like Beetlejuice. We still haven't got the actual minifigure in the office yet. We're still waiting for that to come in.
The design
so
looks
exciting.
cool, though.
I mean, that's going to be one of the more terrifying looking Lego minifigures ever. I mean, that is a rotting corpse of a man from the 80s.
Yeah.
He's
Fun
got
for the whole family.
He's got some complexion issues. There's no doubt there.
That's a sensitive way of putting it. Yes, he's dead.
But that's it.
Yeah, I like the idea of someone sort of going in reverse and collecting these toys and then realizing, oh, there's a game here.
Yeah.
I think I could see that happening a lot, especially with people like like I said, my age, who are like, maybe I'm not ready to play a family-friendly video game for the whole family. Although me personally, I play through all the Lego games. But I haven't had a Gremlins figure in a very long time, and going and buying it and finding that it connects back to the game. Do you guys see that happening a lot?
Yeah.
There's a lot of collectability going on with the figures. I think a lot of when we first showed Season 2, I think everyone went ape when they saw Gizmo.
Yeah, because all the Year 2 figures are unique.
Yeah.
And for people, there's a lot of people like us that collect Lego and love collecting minifigures. And this year's minifigures are, Sloth is astronomically good, isn't it?
Yeah.
I tweeted that picture at the moment I saw it of that Sloth minifig, because it's like I'm trying to understand. And we talked about the rules and the sort of the laws of things before, and I was like, how does a Sloth minifig work? Is it just a helmet on a regular guy's head? Is it a whole sculpt on its own?
Yep.
It's really cool. It's also really cool to see the little vehicles you guys are doing. I mean, you've got the van from A-Team, you've got Sonic's car, which I still don't understand because he should be fast enough with his own legs. But I won't ask questions.
Hey, look, he likes to car for the chicks, right? That's what he's the car for. That's what it's about.
With the, I won't get into that. You know where to find those drawings. So, and even you've got the Ghostbusters stuff. So let's take a look at Sonic here. Now, like right now, from a glance, if I just looked at this and walked away, I'd be like, oh, there's a brand new Sonic the Hedgehog video game.
Yeah.
And you dig down a little more, and you're like, is that a Lego minifig? Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this gives you an opportunity to completely change the perspective of the way people are playing.
The idea behind, I think the big thing for us was it was very similar to when we worked with Valve. When we have a video game IP as iconic as Sonic is, and the first thing to do is make Sonic feel right. And the first place, of course, is Green Hill.
Yeah.
And his movement, we worked a lot on his movement and how he moves around, how he spin dashes. you know, we've got such a great relationship with Sega. They'll even send us like little tiny drawings on post-it notes and stuff of what they think he should do in these particular moments. They're really cool people to work with.
It's the only acceptable time to get Sonic drawings.
It's amazing though. They'll just send us like, oh, that animation you've got there, it'd be really cool if you did something like this, and they'll just sketch, a really quick sketch, and you want to keep them. It's like, this is from the people who made Sonic.
That's so like, what if I was to try to play this level with a different character?
Oh, you can.
That's because Jimmy and I were playing before, and we were trying to see which character looked the most ridiculous running fast like Sonic.
Right.
And there are a few. There are because everyone can run as fast as Sonic because it's a two-player cooperative game.
Because you're in his world too, right?
Yeah,
exactly.
Absolutely. So yeah, Gizmo's up there. I think E.T. was the one for me.
E.T. was the one,
that was just the funniest.
I feel bad for either of those characters because they both have just the tiniest little sets of legs.
Yeah, that's it.
Brilliant,
Gonna
right?
get really tired.
So if you're in this world, you're playing with the speed of Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yep.
So even Homer Simpson, anybody you bring in here.
And you know, one of my favourite ones is running around as Bane. As in Big Fig form, just because of how ridiculous he looks on the loop-de-loops. It is pretty funny.
I feel like he would be,
really
he's
cool.
like a weird cousin of Dr. Robotnik. So
Yeah, exactly.
They're sort of in the same family tree.
Yeah, excellent.
But yeah, that Sonic level is coming together so well, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean that's literally the first.
phenomenal.
That's the first stage of that level, and I think there's like 7 stages or something.
Yeah.
It's quite a large level.
And there's boss fights.
Well,
with
yeah, there's
the
boss
usual
fights galore.
suspects and
It was so difficult to omit things from that one. That one just kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger because you never went, oh, we have to have this zone. Oh, we have to have this zone. It's got to be in this bit. And yeah.
All of a sudden you're calling up Sega and you're like, hey, we accidentally made a whole Sonic game.
Yeah, I mean, as
And
well
the
with the
adventure
adventure
world
world,
in that
yeah,
is- it's amazing.
It practically is a Sonic game.
Yeah.
I mean, the level is huge, the adventure world is huge, and of course the battle arena, which is one of our big things moving forwards.
Right.
Sonic has his own one, which is heavily influenced on, I think it's Carnival Zone that
Yep.
we've influenced it on, and it is the most brightly coloured, neon, amazing mashup of everything I've ever seen.
they've
that's
just
cool.
gone rah.
So how does the sort of minifig design come together? Is it something that like your team has a concept for what Sonic looks like as a Lego minifigure, and then you send it off to sort of toy makers? Is it in the reverse?
It's kind of a bit of a mishmash. Our relationship with Lego is phenomenal, and so we have a steering committee for Dimensions. We'll sit down and we'll discuss what we're going to make, which IPs, and then those guys will go away and they'll come up with some designs, and we'll just sort of back and two on it to try and get the best thing. Like some of the models that they come in with are amazing, aren't they?
Yeah, that's the thing.
For the rebuilds of all the vehicles.
What's
and
the little creatures that we've got in Adventure Time, like all the little candy people, like a lot of them were designed in house, and like that they go away for Lego approval, and it goes through the exact same thing if that minifig was going to be actually genuinely made.
Yeah.
So there's really stringent guidelines, but they're so like creative with how they work it. It is incredible. Yeah. And you do wonder, will this one be a helmet? Will it be a sculpted piece?
Right.
How will it be? And there are rules about how they work it out. They're very clever people.
Yep.
Those guys downstairs.
Like you've got Sonic holding his gold ring there, and it's like, I don't think that's a piece that did that piece exist before?
Yeah, I think
it's a toilet seat.
What?
It's a toilet seat.
I genuinely think it's a Lego
Oh,
toilet
it's
seat.
definitely been used.
Repurposed.
Yeah.
This is a toilet seat?
I think it might have been repurposed.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, come on, Sonic. That's horrible.
It's
So
okay.
he's
It's
just
a clean one.
he's just showing up to this party over here being like, hey, look what I brought. It's a toilet seat.
In his car.
I love what you guys are doing. So next month, people can start to buy all these toys and bring them home.
Yeah, definitely. It's September, and then there's a wave in November. Kind of hinged around the story pack. First one, Ghostbusters story pack, isn't
Yes.
it? And then with Harry Potter and the others, and then there's the Fantastic Beasts story pack, and then early in the new year, there's the Lego Batman movie
Yeah, that
story
looks
pack.
awesome.
So,
Wow.
That movie looks so good.
And the builds for those
trailers
builds
so
for those are
funny.
great as
Yeah.
well.
Get some rest, guys. You work too hard. Thank you so much for coming on our show today. IGN Live at Gamescom will be going all week long, so stay tuned.